Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to the class. Wa alaikum assalam Abdullah, wa alaikum assalam Hamdan, wa alaikum assalam Musa, Rahim, Amal. Welcome here. Wa alaikum assalam Asma, wa alaikum assalam Noctis. Okay, so this is our first lesson of chemistry. Not really, but I did hear about it. I think they have a lot of AI features in this iPhone. I did see Huawei's like 3-fold phone. That is a new concept altogether, right? Oh, okay. So iPhone 16 is not worth it as it would seem like. You will get the notes as well, Zainab, but these slides are like extended notes. I have made flashcards as well. Flashcards are like concise notes for overview of the chapter. Okay, so let us get started. I think most of the students were in the previous class as well. If there is any student who was not in the physics class, they are welcome to introduce themselves, maybe your class, city and school. You'll get it in the WhatsApp group. We will make a WhatsApp group if they haven't made, I think they have already made a WhatsApp group. I'll be sharing everything, all the resources in that WhatsApp group. How did your room look like during exams? It looked fine. I had huge stacks of books because I used to do a lot of past papers, so huge stacks of books. Okay, Shah Nawar Zaman is new to the class. Welcome here, Shah Nawar. Would you like to introduce yourself? Would you like to tell us more about yourself? Maybe which city you live in, the class that you are in, maybe your school, up to you. Okay, now this is the content overview for chemistry. The first major chapter that we'll do, I wanted to do organic chemistry, of course. I wanted to start from organic chemistry. But with chemistry, for organic chemistry, there are a few prerequisites. There are a few chapters you need to know before we do organic chemistry, right? So we will be doing those chapters first, and that chapter primarily would be this chapter number 2. We need to learn about everything about atomic structure, basics about the periodic table. We won't do everything about the periodic table, but just the basics. So atomic structure, basics about the periodic table, the kinds of bondings that we have, ionic, covalent, metallic. So after we do chapter number 2, we will directly move to chapter number 11. And then we'll take a mix of these chapters. Okay. Musa is saying, welcome to hell. I hope not. Okay, so Shanawar is from Jhang, 03, Garrison School System. Nice. Welcome here. Welcome here. Okay. So, assessment criteria for IGCSE students first. This is for IGCSE students, not O levels. IGCSE, Cambridge IGCSE, because we do have Edexcel as well. So this is for Cambridge. The first paper would be your paper 2, multiple choice questions, duration 45 minutes, 40 marks. The total marks would be 40. So you'll have to solve 40 MCQs within a time frame of 45 minutes. For theory, 1 hour 15 minutes, 80 marks. Your third paper would be paper number 6, alternate to practical ATP. 1 hour, and the total paper would be worth 40 marks. and there will be structured questions here, not multiple choice questions. In paper 6, you'll have structured questions related to experimental skills. Though those students who live in the UK or in Western countries, instead of giving paper 6, they are allowed to give paper 5 as well. Not in Pakistan, but if you are living in UK, you can give this practical test as well. You basically have to either give paper 5 or paper 6. In Pakistan, we give paper 6. Okay, now for O-level students, your paper 1 would be multiple choice questions, 1 hour, 40 minutes. You'll have 15 extra minutes to solve the multiple choice questions as compared to IGCSE, of course. Theory, 1 hour, 45 minutes. The total marks would be 80, and there would be structured questions here. Walaikum salam. For Pakistan, paper, you'll be giving paper 4, which is your ATP here. Just like for IGCSE students, you'll have your ATP paper, same duration, same number of marks, and this would be based on experimental skills as well. Any questions related to the course outline and the assessment criteria? Okay, we might as well get started then. We'll do the basics first. Before we move to these slides, I'll let you guys know later for edXL because we don't have too many edXL students. Okay, now for the periodic table, this periodic table would be given to you in your examinations, all 3 examinations: ATP, MCQs, structured question, theory paper. This would be provided to you. We need to recognize a few basics of the periodic table. The rows that we have, the rows, these are the rows, right? This is the first row. A lot of students call this row number 1. That is not the case. We do have hydrogen and helium here. We do have hydrogen and helium here. So this is our row number 1. So rows are horizontal, right? Lines like these are horizontal. Rows are periods here. This is period number 1. This is period number 2. Rows are periods basically. This is period number 3, period number 4, period number 5, period number 6, period number 7. So we have a total of 7 periods in the periodic table. All this, like these 2 rows that you see here, basically they belong to these 2 spaces. They belong here. But that would just make the periodic table look quite ugly. So they just made it like this for convenience, so that it is easier to see with the eye. So this row, this entire row basically belongs here, right here. And this second row that we have, this belongs to this part of the periodic table. Like it belongs to this box. All of them should have been here. These bottom rows are not examinable, by the way, just letting you guys know. This is not examinable for you, but everything here in this part of the periodic table is. Then we have the groups. Groups are vertical lines. Groups are vertical lines. This is our group number 1. I'll just write group 1. Group number 2, as you can see here. Group number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Periods are rows, groups are columns. We have a total of 8 groups, right? We write these group numbers in Roman. In Roman, this is 1, this is 2, 3, this is 4, this is 5, 6, 7, then we have 8. Right? So these are our group numbers. in columns. Most of our focus in today's lesson would not be related to groups or periods. That would be our focus in tomorrow's lesson. In today's lesson, our focus would be on the mass number and the proton number, the number of neutrons. So you see this lithium here. If I just write it here, Li, we have 7 at the bottom here, 3 at the top. We can also write it as Li, 3 at the bottom, 7 at the top. The main thing to remember here is the smaller number, this number or this number here. This is the proton number. This bigger number is the mass number. The bigger number for each of these elements would be the mass number. The smaller number would be the proton number. Before we do proton number, mass number, I'll just let you guys know about the subatomic particles. So we have 3 subatomic particles: protons, neutrons, electrons. The central part of an atom is the nucleus. This central region that you see. Yes, Shanawar, I'll explain that again. I'm just letting you guys know the subatomic particles first before I explain that again. This central region, this centralmost region that you see, this is known as the nucleus of an atom. In this nucleus of an atom, we have 2 subatomic particles. In total, we have 3 subatomic particles: protons, neutrons, electrons. It is written here as well. These are the 3 subatomic particles that we have in our syllabus. In the nucleus, you'll find 2 of those: protons plus neutrons.